Today it's time to say goodbye to Bangkok. Last cup of good coffee and I'm out on the street. But we still have some things to do. It's 11 AM and my flight is only at around 5 PM, but I have a few things to take care of today. I'm on my way to Chatuchak, which is Bangkok's biggest market. It's a weekend market, very famous place. I'm not going shopping, I'm going there to meet an artist or two, because Chatuchak has an art section and there are often interesting local Thai artists showing off their pieces. So I'm going to talk to two of them, take pictures of their work for one of the next issues of Na. But before that I'll try to go to a district of Bangkok called Dusit. Dusit is sort of a royal district full of royal palaces and stuff like that. But most importantly, it was designed in a big part by Europeans. So once again I'm hunting for European heritage architecture in the city. I'm hoping to find some in Dusit. Even though I lived here, I never really went to Dusit. Somehow it escaped me, this part of the city. It's very nice, it's very green, wide roads. We'll see. I'll try to get there now. I'm going to catch a sky train and make my way there. And I made it. Look at this beauty. You have Bangkok with all its Thai and Asian architecture, and then every now and then you find something like this. This was constructed in 1906 and it's designed by an Italian architect, the same one that designed the tower that I showed you in another vlog, the tower in the park. It's Baroque, it's Art Nouveau, and it's beautiful. It's part of a bigger palace complex. But today, now, there is a police museum inside. I might take a look, though I didn't come here for the museum, I came here for the architecture. I'm by no means expert or even really interested in architecture. I'm doing this purely for the reasons, for, you know, professional reasons. I'm just taking pictures for my magazine. But I have to say that it's quite fun to find spaces like this. Like, again, I said in another vlog, it's a bit like hunting for Pokemons, but maybe better. I really enjoy history and politics, and Thai history and Thai politics are just fascinating. This place is never boring. So I got inside, the admission is free. And good that it's free, because I have to say that the museum itself is not very interesting. Just some pictures on the walls with different important moments in the history, mostly of royal family and royal involvement with Thai police, documented, as it often is the case with Thai museums. But the building itself is beautiful, so if you are interested in architecture, then I can definitely recommend it. And here's another one, right in front of the police museum. There is this place. It's a throne hall. I won't try to say the name, because it's in Thai, you can read it. But again, it was designed by the same Italian guy, so I think it's a guy that's worth checking out. His name is Tamago. I think he was made Thai citizen, and he, yeah, obviously, designed a lot of buildings here in Bangkok. And the statue here is of King Rama V, from what I remember, and it was cast in France. So, yeah, lots of Europe in Bangkok. I don't envy those guys. I think they're shooting some video or something. The photographer is nicely covered by an umbrella, but not the soldiers. And believe me, it's freaking hot. It's almost 12, so it's as hot as it's gonna get today. And they are in uniforms, jumping around to the beat of a drum to serve the king and country. Did I tell you that it's hot? Yeah, it's hot as hell. And look, there's zero cover anywhere. Zero shade. Lucky for me, I really enjoy the heat. Like, I mean, really. I just prefer when it's plus 40 than when it's plus 5 or plus 10. I feel like in an incubator. And I also know the secret to coping with heat. And I can tell you the secret. The only way to cope with heat, except for, of course, being hydrated and, you know, escaping it once in a while into an air-conditioned space, but the only way to cope with heat is to let it go, is to completely accept it. You kind of take a bath in this heat. You let it surround you, you let it give you a big, big warm hug. And yeah, you feel it on your skin, you feel it in your hair, and it slowly covers you in a layer of nice, cozy warmth. And it can actually be quite pleasant. If you fight it, if you get annoyed by the sweat and by the itchiness and everything, if you focus on it, it will just keep getting more annoying. But if you let it go, it kind of soothes you and becomes sort of a pleasant thing. I don't know if you can do it, I can do it, and that's what I do. I just accept it and soak myself in heat. And here is a very interesting one. You might think it's not an example of European architecture in Bangkok, and obviously it's Thai architecture, but this was designed by, again, an Italian guy. The white marble comes from Carrara in Italy, if I spell it correctly, modern day in Tuscany. And this was commissioned by King Rama V. And there are stained glass windows inside, which are typical Gothic style mixed with traditional Thai architecture. Sadly, I'm carrying my luggage with me, so I'm not sure if they're gonna let me in. Maybe I'll find a space to leave my bags. I wanted to grab a taxi from the Marble Temple, but apparently all the taxis in this area are busy. So here I am in a tuk-tuk, a classic Bangkok mode of transport. A taxi from where I came to here was 80 baht, and a tuk-tuk is 100 baht, but I didn't negotiate hard. And to be in Bangkok and not to take a tuk-tuk, it's like not to be in Bangkok. So Chatuchak on a weekend. The market spills outside the market itself. Just outside, on the side of the park, you have all the street food stalls. Really good local food and cheap. And then on the other side of this fence is complete mayhem of shopping. If you ever want to come here to shop, plan like for at least 3-4 hours, because you'll get lost. I'm done with my work here, but I wanted to show you the gallery section of Chatuchak market. On this market you can buy everything: clothes, souvenirs, live animals, really everything. But I think the best part is the art part. It's really like a big art gallery. There is art and there is also interior design elements and furniture. And there is some kitschy stuff, but there is also some very impressive things here. So I just spent half an hour talking to one artist and interviewing him for the next issue, taking pictures of his pictures so we can feature them on the cover or inside in a story. And from what I'm talking to those artists, they actually sell a lot of the stuff every day, and these things are not cheap, at least not all of them. So cool that you can still sell art. One of my favorite things about living in Phuket is coming back to Phuket from Bangkok. The moment you step out of the airport and you smell the air, you know that you're back home. It's just cleaner and the sky is blue. You don't see all the skyscrapers and all the concrete above your head, but just clean blue sky. It's good to be home.